Hey, what is up, squad? We are back with some more JoJo's character tier list. Today, we are going to be ranking all the characters on, who I like the most and stuff like that, as well as the stands. We'll do a separate one for the stand as well. So, I'm pretty hyped for this. To be honest, I haven't really thought about, who I like the most and stuff like that. So, this is kind of a good way for me to, break down my thoughts. But yeah, if you guys want early and uncut reactions, make sure to check out the Patreon, and let's get right into it. Alright, first things first, we have Jotaro. Bro, I love Jotaro. Like, he actually is really fucking sick. I love his style, the way he dresses, his aura is crazy, man. I just loved him throughout this whole season. Like, at first I was like, oh, he's very, very different from our two previous Joestars, right? Joseph and Jonathan. Completely different. Like, Jonathan was more of a gentleman. Joseph would be like, I would say, a person with a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and definitely acts like a hoodlum in a way, And then you have Jotaro, who's kind of like I guess a delinquent, I guess, but like one with aura. I don't know what else to how else to describe him, but definitely very Chad-like. So yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed him the most. 100%, probably my favorite character this season, I would say. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone better than him this season. Joseph is the same. Joseph, to be honest, I did like Joseph. In fact, I liked Joseph when he was younger, but old man Joseph isn't bad. He was just so funny with all the English and stuff like that. Like, the comedy of the season was really, really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. I'm just sad that he had such a weaker stand compared to everyone else on the squad. Like, yes, it was more of like a supportive type with the spirit photos and stuff like that, but I really wish he played a more major role in terms of like fighting, like especially when Hamon took such a back step this season. Like, we saw it was still effective against Dio and stuff like that, against vampires. So I definitely wish we did get more of that, but unfortunately we didn't. So yeah, but I still like Joseph. S plus for me. Abdul. Oh, dude, I loved Abdul. I think he's sick. It's just, I'm sad he wasn't there for like the final fight against Dio. Like, he didn't even get to face Dio, man, before he died. It was the same with Iggy, bro. Like, I really wish the five of them could have lived and, faced Dio all together. But dude, Cream was just too strong, bro. I mean, the first time they jebaited me, I guess they don't jebait me the second time, bro. I'm sad. I know he did a lot of work by saving Iggy and Polnareff's life there, but like, fuck, I really wish he was alive. I'll put him at S. I think I'll put him at S. Yeah, I did like him though. I wish I got a bit more, and then he definitely would have gotten an S plus, 100%. Like, I feel like later half of the season we didn't get him as much in terms of like combat ability. A little bit sad about that on that side of things. Like, he didn't have like his big major moment. Like, yes, he had the moments where he saved the squad over and over again, but it was just sad that he was kind of, was reduced to that type of role, But still a GOAT. Kakyoin, I would say the same. Kakyoin's kind of crazy though. He definitely did figure, Dio's stand. He did so much in that fight. I really, really wished that he didn't get taken out in one hit. But fuck, bro, that punch by the world through his gut, damn, like literally you cannot do anything against that. And I guess we just lose Kakyoin like that. To be honest, I really did wish he lived, because he's still a high schooler, man. It's actually sad to see such a young I guess, I mean, he's the same year as Jotaro, right? It really sucks to see him kind of go out like that too, man. He had so much ahead of him, but his stand was crazy, man. He did a lot for the squad. Unfortunately, he was taken out. His eyes were taken out for a couple of hits, which I was kind of sad to see. But then him being that gamer as well, did not expect that. I mean, when we first saw him, right, with him, being controlled by the flesh blood and then the stuff with the nurses and stuff like that. At first, I didn't know what to think. At first, I wasn't too sure. But as we continue on this journey, he was just awesome all the way through. Polnareff. Fuck, where would I put Polnareff? Dude, I love Polnareff. Polnareff was good. Even though he's kind of a dumbass, to be honest. He is a dumbass. Abdul had to save his ass twice, bro. from certain death. Like, it's crazy, man. What Avdol did for Polnareff. But obviously he does not think of the consequences, which leads to horrible situations. But the stuff of the toilet stuff with Polnareff, bro, that shit made me gag several times, man. But yeah, I definitely did love Polnareff this entire season. He's just been awesome from the start. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said it in the opening reaction. Like, I thought his stand looked the coolest out of all the ones that we saw that were in the opening. I mean, I didn't even know what stands were at that time, but I just thought that the middle, that his chariot was definitely the coolest. All right, Iggy. Oh, where would I put Iggy? I definitely like Iggy. I think I'll put him at S though, top of the S. Like, I think Iggy was, obviously it took a while for him to come around a bit. But personally, I did like him from the start. I thought it was just hilarious. But then when they gave him that battle with Pet Shop, dude, that shit was awesome. And then him saving Polnareff at the end there. You know what? I might move him up, Bill. Yeah. I did. I was so sad, bro. We lost both Avdol and Polnareff in that fight. Oh, Iggy in that fight, I mean. But yeah, he's definitely awesome. The fact that even though he kind of showed that he didn't care, he still saved that boy, you know, after, you know, his dogs got eaten and stuff from Pet Shop. And then, you know, on several occasions he did help, right? He was very useful, even though he did try to sell out Jotaro in that very first fight, the first time we saw him, which was kind of crazy. All right. Where do I put Holly? I don't know, man. It feels bad because, like, all of them went there to save Holly, but then 5 went and only 3 came back, which was sad. Not to say that they didn't know about the consequences, but it was just sad to kind of see it happen that way, especially for Holly's life, right? I mean, Holly, I did like her, but she's definitely a weird one. I think I'll put her at B. I mean, we didn't really get that much of her, other than her being kind of in her own world. To be honest, the one thing that confuses me is, how did we not see Jotaro's dad? Like, I know he's traveling around the world, but like, for something this serious, how was the dad not contacted? Or her husband? Like, where was he? Very confused by that. Oh, shit, I forgot her name. It's been a while. Bro, she was in the first half, right? Yeah. Where would I put her? Honestly, I'll put her at B. She was more of a pain. Like, to be honest, she was definitely more of a pain. She did not really help us out in any way. She was kind of just there, to be honest. In fact, she was definitely a liability in situations, right? But the question is, we never really got what happened after. Are we gonna get that in season or part 4? Like, I genuinely wonder. Like, are we gonna see her back? Are we gonna see, I guess, everyone as well? And maybe, I don't know. I actually don't know. Granny. Okay, we have Granny Erina. Damn. I would also put her at B. I feel like she wasn't bad. I mean, she was just there for the spiritual support, right? I mean, I did like her in part 2 as well. She was pretty awesome. It was just sad that she got controlled by was it AC/DC, right? But this time she didn't really play that much of a major role, but I still like her, so I'll put her at B. Wait, why did I call her Erina, by the way? Bro, I'm getting my names mixed up, bro. Susie Q. What the fuck? Why did I call it Erina? All right, we got the butler. Dude, the butler was kind of goated, no? I'll put him at high B, bro. Like, I did not expect him to be that fucking jack, taking out that, you know, that delinquent like that in just one hit with a fucking, I think it was a back kick or something, a spin kick, which was kind of crazy. I think this is Polnareff's sister, right? I mean, it's hard to rank Polnareff's sister. I mean, I'll put her at NA. Like, all we really got was the reanimated dirt, right? But I feel like that doesn't really count because that's not really her. So yeah, I mean, I would say that's more the stands power. I'll do Dio last, bro. Okay, we have Vanilla Ice, or the vanilla guy, right? Vanilla Ice, bro. This guy was a fucking menace. I might put him at S, bro. I actually really enjoyed him as a villain. He was crazy, man. It's just that the downside was him, you know, the stuff with Iggy, right? That led to his downfall, him getting worked up about destroying Dio's image and stuff like that. I'm just really surprised that just giving blood also turned him into a vampire. But he was pretty dumb though. I'm really surprised by the fact that he realized he turned into a vampire, but he still went into the fucking sun like a fucking idiot. I don't know what else to say about that. So he definitely was dumb at the end. That's all I can really say. All right, this guy was crazy though. I did like him. I already forgot his name though. So, I would put him at A. I really did like this guy. I think his stand was strong. I like the fact that he was blind as well. He was using his cane to sense the surroundings around him. I wish we kind of had more of him. I felt like he was definitely one of the stronger opponents compared to someone like Oingo Boingo or even the Darby brothers. Like most of them kind of relied on tricks. While this guy was a bit more straightforward with his fights, right? So yeah. All right, Oingo Boingo. Where would I put these two? I mean, they provided the comedy value. I think I'll put them at high B though. Yeah, I would say high B. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Like Oingo used the stand once and then pretty much followed the story and yeah, got shitted on. I don't know what else to say, man. It was actually pretty funny. And then Boingo, I mean, he's just a nervous kid, right? Just getting dragged around. He was coming around, by the way. He was turning around. He was going to make a turnaround, but unfortunately, we did have Iggy kind of not show that. So, yeah. I mean, to be honest, these two are still alive, by the way. And same with Whole Horse. Who else is still alive? I think the girl is, right? I think so. No, I think she might be dead. This girl might be dead. I don't actually know. I mean, their fates are kind of unknown at this moment, right? So, yeah. All right, Anubis. Dude, Anubis was sick. I think Anubis... I mean, this is not just the stand, right? Like, this is the person. I think he was a little bit under... I feel like he was a bit underused a bit, though, to be honest. I'm sad that we didn't get more of him because I think Anubis was fucking sick, man. I just loved everything about the stand and the user. The way it's like a kind of like a cursed sword that kind of takes you over. I think that's such a cool concept. So obviously, definitely one of my more favorite stands. But I definitely rank him higher in the stand ranking. But as a character, I'll put him at S for now. So yeah. All right, we have this weirdo. Did not like him. This guy was, dude. He bullies kids, children, babies, women. Like, what the fuck, bro? This guy was just, oh no, man. I mean, at least he got a fucking aura by Jotaro who fucking fucked him up in kid form. Like, holy shit. But man, fuck this guy. Did not like him. All right, this girl, dude, she was awesome. I think the fact that she was able to lead everyone on, both Abdul and Joseph, was probably one of the funniest shit ever, man. Like, genuinely, that shit was hilarious. But what's interesting is how her stand works, man. The fact that you have to touch the electrical circuit in order for her power to work definitely is a little bit of the downside of it, I would say. But overall, I did like her as a character. Darby, dude, I think the Darby the Gambler definitely an S tier for me. I enjoyed that episode a lot with the poker and stuff like that. He definitely kept us cool, showing why he's a professional gambler. Obviously, he lost it at the end against Jotaro, like he fell for the bluff. But overall, that episode was good. Like, the mind games were just crazy, man. Like, the stuff with the chocolate and stuff like that. I always love a good battle of wits. So, yeah. I would say the same for his brother. I did like his brother, too. I would say... I like his brother... Maybe a bit worse, I would say. I would say here. I would say there's a bit more appropriate, yeah. Like, I think his brother was awesome with, like, the racing games. I always love, a good face-off in a 1v1, man. Especially, I mean, I play League and Apex nowadays. Those are more my games. But yeah, definitely love the car racing stuff with Kakyo, and that shit was popping off. Like, it was definitely tense, but who would have thought he would use a shortcut? Like, to be honest, I was wondering whether there was a shortcut on the map where you could just, like, skip tracks and stuff like that, or parts of the path. And he did show that at the end. It's like a kind of like a final move, which put him like half a lap ahead, right? Which is kind of crazy. But yeah, overall, I did like him. I did like him as a villain. Pet Shop, bro. Pet Shop was crazy, man. I don't know, man. I really like Pet Shop. I put him at S plus. I think he was a crazy villain. I loved everything about Pet Shop. It's just like the stuff in the water though, like him swimming in the water. That didn't really make sense too much to me. Like, how was he able to breathe in the water? I mean, maybe he was like making like a little ice barrier. I don't know, man. But his powers were crazy, and I definitely would have loved to have seen more of him. But dude, he went out in a brutal way, man. His introduction was crazy too, with the two dogs as well. All right, you got the new Kisaki, the fucking idiot guy. I'm trying to remember who this was. Oh, this was the guy with the illusion, right? Bro, this guy was so ass, bro. I'll put him at D. Nukisake, I also put him at D, bro. It was so lame. He had no stand, right? He was just a vampire, right? With no stand and just like the woman thingy changing thing. Bro, they were so outclassed. That was crazy, man. It was crazy how outclassed they were. All right, we have the beetle guy who controlled the beetle stand. I don't think it was bad. I actually did like the stand. Like, how I rank the characters is different from how I rank the stand. As a character, he definitely had a lot of tricks up his sleeve. I think I'll put him around here. Yeah, I would say C. This captain guy, he's definitely one of the cooler ones, the cooler users. I think he was pretty sick. He actually definitely hit himself well among the crew. And then him being in the water, dude, that should... I just felt like he should have been much stronger, to be honest. I generally think a stand that moves well in the water, bro, that should be crazy. All right, the orangutan, bro, fuck this guy, dude. That was such a fucking weird episode, bro. Where would I even put him? I put him at D, man. I did not like the orangutan. Like, that fucking pervert, man. Like, holy shit. I don't know what else to say. But it's crazy that his stand was a whole fucking ship, by the way. Or like anything he, I guess... It wasn't the ship itself. It was more like he had a stand that could assimilate with something, which turned out to be the ship, is what I'm saying. Because I did watch that video of the that kind of explained all their stands, right? So anything he's kind of in control of, which was the ship at that time, was fucking crazy, man. Holy shit. This is Jagal with the power of, I guess, no, not Jagal. This is the devil, right? The devil one. Okay, the devil one was very interesting. I would say I would put this guy at A. He definitely put Polnareff on a pretty good workout, to be honest. As a character, he was definitely crazy. I'm just surprised he didn't finish off Polnareff sooner, to be honest. I felt like with Polnareff trapped underneath the bed like that, Polnareff should have fucking died, to be honest. Like, there was no way he was getting out like that, like genuinely. Especially with the whole bed weight on him, there was no way he was getting out. So I'm really surprised that the devil didn't kill him soon enough. This guy, I would say he was a C. The guy with the yellow temperance. As like, I think his stand was definitely interesting. As a character, I didn't really like him that much, to be honest. I just didn't like the way he acted. It was just the personality thing. All right, Whole Horse. Whole Horse was an interesting one. I would say I'll put Whole Horse around here. I'm surprised. I mean, he did his best. It was just like the first time around, he was definitely cooler, I would say. Like when he appeared with Jay Gal, he definitely had a lot more confidence with the bullets and stuff, controlling the bullets. I felt like he just didn't use his stand to his full potential. But then the second time around with Boingo, it was definitely a more comedic value with him and Polnareff shoving his fingers up his nose and stuff like that. But then he did help us with also the old lady, right, who controlled Justice as well. She was fucking crazy though, off her rockers. But yeah, overall I'll put him at A. All right, Jay Gull. This guy was crazy. The power with the light stand or the mirrors, the reflection, anything with reflection, kind of crazy. As a character, definitely not what I was expected, but I think he was pretty awesome though. Like the fact that you had this whole storyline set up from killing Polnareff's sister and then Polnareff chasing after him for this long and eventually finally getting to his goal, right? Getting his revenge. So I think that's awesome. I'm trying to remember who these two are. Okay. I think this was the sun, right? This was the sun person. And I think this was like the car and the fuck, I'm trying to remember. Fuck, it's been a while. I mean, like, to be honest, as a character, I don't know. Like, we didn't see him. He just, you shot out his son, and then we took him out, and we didn't really get any, I guess, dialogues from this guy. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. These two were kind of fucking ass, to be honest. I don't remember who this one was. I'm trying to remember who this one was. But this guy, I vaguely remember. I think it was the car one, right? With the randomly big fucking hand, bro. I'll just put them at D for now. All right, the old lady? Old lady was crazy, man. I actually kind of did like her. Obviously, she was trying to, put a trick on, but she was definitely fucking crazy, though. But everything she did, she just worshipped Dio from start to finish, man. Even in her death, she didn't even, her worshipping didn't even waver, which is kind of crazy, man. Even after Dio gave the order to, finish him off, with Steely Dan, right? Wait, where is Steely? Oh yeah, Steely Dan's right here. All right, where do I put Steely Dan? I don't really know where I put Steely Dan. I'll put him at I would say I'll put him around higher than, no, I would say around about here. Mid B to me. Obviously he's not strong. He had one of the weakest stands, right? But he could connect the pain and stuff like that. And bro was acting so arrogant. Like, I was just wondering, what if he came across someone who didn't care about relationships and stuff like that? I mean, like, literally would kill him without a hesitation. So he would be fucked. But yeah. All right, the baby. Fuck, where would I put the baby, bro? I did not like this baby. Did not like him. It was a little fucking shit. I think his stand was cool, but the baby himself, fuck no. He was gross. He was a fucking icky baby, bro. Fuck that. had to change his diapers several times, man. Made me see his fucking willy, bro. This one, who was this one again? All right, now I remember. This one is for Judgment. Whoa. I don't know where to put this one. Like, bro was literally had the piss put into his mouth and shit like that by Polnareff and Avdol. I would say I'll put him at B for now. I actually might move into high C, maybe. Yeah. I think I'll put him at C. But yeah, and then we have her. I mean, I guess you could say the personality is reflected through the stand, right? When she was talking, bro, she was crazy though. To be honest, I might put her at a high A. I actually quite enjoyed her stand. The fact that it could assimilate with different materials and stuff like that as a character, and she was talking for her character, right? It was definitely interesting. She definitely had a crazy thing for Hampson guys, right? So that was kind of funny. All right, he was it Chaka? Chaka? I think that was the name. Yeah, dude, I like this guy. I did like him after he had Anubis on him. I think it was pretty sick. Obviously, initially he was pretty much a victim, right, of abuse. But after that, after he got the sword, bro was pretty sick, to be honest. He was actually pretty sick. He definitely had a glow up from there. The barbershop guy, I feel bad for him. I mean, I just got to put him at A. It's not his real character. He was a nice dude, though, unfortunately. All right, the lady that Polnareff was having a shower with. Dude, I wonder if he actually went back, by the way. Did Polnareff go back to meet her? I don't know, man. I actually quite liked her. She's pretty hot. Definitely my type. All right. Enough of that. But yeah, I think she was pretty awesome. I'll give her a high B. Actually taking a random stranger or even just a kid, I guess, in her opinion, right? And then actually, keeping him off the streets, helping Polnareff every single time. You can tell she was a kind soul. And even went to look for Polnareff after the stuff that happened, right? So I do wonder how much she did remember of when she was a fetus, right? I think it was crazy that she got turned into a fetus. Holy shit. All right. Dude, I feel bad for the beggar, bro. Bro was just doing his job and he just got taken out by Pet Shop just like that. I think I'll put him mid B, though. It was definitely interesting, the fact that he went from a beggar to a person in a suit with a fucking car, a luxury car. What the fuck was that? That shit was crazy, man. All right. Dio, last one. I mean, there's no words to be said, right? I would say Dio is second favorite character of the season. Just the fact that we get the reintroduction of him. He's the main focal point. It's insane that he lived in the sea for 100 years, man. What the fuck? and then he just came back. Unfortunately, he did still die though. I wonder if we might get him back. I don't know, man. I don't see any way of him living after what happened, right? Like I'm just trying to think. Was there any way of him surviving? No way. I don't think there was a single way. If there was a way, it would be through the blood that transfused back to Joseph. Other than that, I can't see anything else. Okay. But overall, I think this would be my tier list just for the characters. Yeah. Characters. I don't know how to rank those two, but yeah. I would say these are my characters. All right, let's move on to the stand. So we have Anubis first, right? I'll just bring up the list so I know. All right, Anubis. I think Anubis stand S+ for me. I love that stand. The fact that it's a cursed sword, katana, and if you take over someone who also has a stand, you can also have two sword style. Bro, I'm surprised Polnareff didn't use more two sword style. I feel like he could definitely do that, right? But that was definitely very, very sick from his stand. So he's definitely an S+ for me. It's hard to say. All right, we kind of have... I mean, I forgot what the stand was called. Was it Atom? Yeah, Atom. Wait, so we have Atom and... Where's Darby's one? I'm trying to... I kind of want to rank them together. Because they're very similar in terms of, like, stands, right? I'm just trying to see. Ugh. Okay. Is it that one? Okay, wait. Yeah, okay. Let's just do Atom first. Where would I put Atom? I don't know, man. It was kind of, like, mid for me. Like, other than taking the soul, I don't really know what else it did. Like, took the soul, you could see, I guess, through their lies. But it was definitely underwhelming. I guess when it got revealed, I think it was cool when when he was floating. I thought it was like something to do with his stand when it was floating. I was like, okay, what else can you do? And then it just turned out to be something similar to his brother, right? Which I think was kind of a little bit sad. All right, we have what's the magnetic one called again? Fuck, I always forget the names, man. It's a bit tough remembering the names. I think it was called Bastard. That's right, Bastard. All right, so Bastard, bro, like, I think the stand power is sick. Okay, the power itself is cool, but the appearance of the stand is not it, man. The fact that you need to have someone touch it in order to activate the magnetism power, I do not like that fact. I just don't like that. I think I'll put it at C. I think power-wise, sick, but stand appearance, not that great. So yeah. All right, we got Blue Moon. I think Blue Moon was a bit underwhelming. Oh, I mean, a bit underrated. I think Blue Moon was pretty cool with the scales and stuff, controlling, being a water stand as well. I really wish we got more water stands, to be honest. But I think it was pretty decent. I felt like it was definitely a tough opponent at that time with the barnacle stuff, which was very interesting. So yeah, I'll put it at B. Death 13. I would say I put Death 13 at A. I think design-wise, really cool. More of like this like Joker kind of Grim Reaper kind of thing combined together, which I think was actually really, really sick at that time. I did like it. And also he doesn't have a body, by the way. He's just literally shoulders and above. Like, what the fuck? Oh, arm and above. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, overall, I do like the stand. The stand is pretty cool. I just didn't like to use it that much. That's all. Okay, that's Whole Horse's Emperor, right? Bro, Emperor was underwhelming, to be honest. Like, what we got shown was definitely underwhelming. I think I'll put it at B. I felt like it could have been better. Like, especially the second fight. I think the first fight was fine. I think it was cool. But the second fight, with him and Boingo, or not the second fight, the third fight with him and Boingo, right? I don't know, man. I felt like he could have controlled the bullets better. I feel like the way to improve his usage of Emperor was definitely the bullet pathway, right? The fact that he didn't even able to, get that headshot in, like, what the hell? I'll put it at B. Oh, not this one. This one was the Empress, right? Was it Empress? I think it was Empress. Yeah, Empress. I don't even know what to say. Like, Empress was disgusting. It was so fucking disgusting. Definitely an interesting one. I'll put it at C. I really did not like it, but the fact that it consumes stuff and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger like that shit was kind of crazy. All right, this one is. Fuck, I need to get these names down, but this was Geb, right? Yep, Jeb. Jib. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Bro, this one was top tier. I think it's an S. The fact that you kind of have like this water stand itself, where it could, I guess, work with liquid. Is it any liquid or is it just water? I don't remember. Wait, let me take a look. I think it was, yeah, controlled precisely from range, which was actually insane, by the way. But that was more of like indoors ability to sense vibrations, right? The only real weakness of it really was pretty much the fire from Avdol, right? Like only Magician's Red could really harm it, but the fact that it could travel through the quicksand as water is kind of crazy, man. Like genuinely crazy. So yeah. Okay, it's very flexible. It's nimble. It's able to avoid punches by Star Planet by twisting itself. Yeah, that makes sense. But it was also strong enough to cut flesh and even rip that man's head off, which we did see when he was trying to pick up the canteen. So definitely very fucking crazy. So I put it at S though. Trying to see which one is this one again. This was Hangman, right? Yeah, Hangman. I didn't recognize it at first because yeah, Hangman, dude, this one was so good. Traveling between the light, traveling between the reflections. At first, I thought it was just like a light stand, but no, it was actually crazy. I put it at S. I did like him quite a bit. I think that was a pretty sick stand. All right, Hermit Purple. I'm gonna put Hermit Purple. Not my favorite stand, to be honest. It was a little bit underwhelming, to be fair. I really wish like Joseph had like, I don't know, maybe a more humanoid stand maybe. I think that would be pretty sick. So I'll put it at B, high B. Alright, we have Kakyoans, Hierophant Green. Hierophant Green, where would I put this? I actually quite liked Hierophant Green. I would say, would it be A, S? I might put it at S. Yeah, I put it at S. It's like the versatility of it was good. The Emerald Splash was awesome. Actually, I might put it a bit high. I'll put it at S+. I did like Hierophant Green. I think what you could do with it was cool, like expanding itself, making itself, stretch, which was crazy. Like the stretching powers were cool, man. Also possessing people at the start. I'm surprised he never did that again though. Like the possessing stuff. Generally surprised by that. But overall, really versatile stand, and I did like it. Bro, Horus? Dude, this shit was a menace. I think this is a top tier for me. I might have liked this more than... I think I'll put it here. Yeah. Like, Horus was so fucking cool, man. With the ice powers, you have this, like, pterodactyl kind of looking stand, bro. The icicle missiles. I wonder if it could do more than just icicle missiles. Because I feel like icicle missiles was kind of like its only thing, though, to be honest. I feel like I really wish to see more. Because we did see it freeze, I guess, the outer side of Iggy's the Fool, right? Like when he did the cave underwater, it was freezing all of that. So yeah. All right, the Fool. Where would I put the Fool? I'll put it at S. I really did like the Fool. I'll put it at high S. I think controlling sand, really cool. Design wise, pretty sick. Kind of fitting for Iggy as well. Putting that act of being the weak and stuff like that. I did like it. So I'll put it at S. All right. Which one is this one? Just trying to see. It's not Tower of Grace. Is this Wheel of Fortune? No, it's not. Wheel of Fortune is that one. Hermit Purple. Handman. Gib. Is this... Wait, sorry. I'm just trying to see which one it is. If an Ebony Evil, right? Oh, yeah. Ebony. Now I remember. Okay. Is that what it looked like? Because I'm like thinking... Oh. Because, okay, it was possessing the doll. Yeah, because I kept thinking of the doll, right? That's why. The devil. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure why this picture was like that. That's why I got confused. Because I was like thinking more of the doll rather than the stand possessing the doll, right? Because we didn't really see the stand possessing the doll that much, right? I think we saw in one instance. I would put it at A. I do think it was a good stand. I just felt like he could have definitely finished Polnareff much earlier. But he definitely won with like bags and tricks. But overall, that episode was good. I did like the stand though. It was a little bit weak though. The Sun. I don't really know where to rank the Sun, to be honest. I think it was a crazy stand, which definitely stores for time. The fact that it can also shoot out like fire blast stuff like that, kind of crazy. It's just sad that we didn't really get to see much of the user. In fact, we didn't get to see the user at all. He didn't even get a single line. Kind of crazy. I'll put it at around, I think I'll put it around low C-ish. All right, this one is the one controlled by the mineral girl, right? Fuck, I always forget their names. I'm bad with names. Sorry about that. Let me just try and look for the name. High Priestess. That's right. There we go. High Priestess. Where would I put High Priestess? I think this one was crazy. Really strong. I'll put it at mid B though. I didn't really like the stand look. I think what the abilities could do, definitely really cool. But the stand look, not really. All right. Where would I put this one? Like, to be fair, we only saw it once, right? With Oingo's ability. Just turning into Jotaro. Wasn't that awesome. I'll put it at D, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'll put it at D. I didn't enjoy it that much, I think. Alright, I'm just trying to remember who this one is. Is this Darby's one? Kind of looks like it, right? Osiris, yeah? Yeah. It's just that these are all the manga panel ones. I haven't seen the manga before, so I'm like trying to like recognize, because the colors are so different. Because wasn't he meant to be green? Why is it like purplish in this one? Maybe it's just that panel. I don't know, man. Are the colors different in the manga from the anime? Where would I put this one? I would say I put it in the same tier. I would say TD's look better. Terrace's one look better, definitely. I would say, yep. And this one is Cameo, right? I think it was Cameo. No, not Cameo. What was the name of the stand? Was it Siphon? No, that's the Ats one. Fuck. I'm so bad with names. It's crazy. It's crazy how bad I am with names. Okay, but this one, I think it's crazy what his powers could do. Kind of granting wishes and then making them out of dirt and then turning it on the users and stuff like that. That's just pretty crazy. I'll put him at like B. I think like he's kind of just like a B for me. All right, we have Justice. Where would I put Justice, bro? This stand was so crazy though. Like reanimating the dead, putting holes through any wounds, illusions over this whole city. Like, what more could you have with the stand, right? Like, I think that shit was crazy, man. I think I'll put this at A. I think I'll put high A. I did like this stand. I think it was a really, really sick. In fact, I might put it higher. I think I'll put it more over this one. All right, you have Lovers. Lovers did not like, to be honest. I think the concept was cool, but I didn't really like it that much. That episode was definitely one of my least favorite episodes. The fact that, but it is kind of crazy that he could make clones of himself. Also reflect the pain, or I guess it's not really reflecting the pain. He's kind of like hitting the pain receptor, right? And it's just going to be in the same place where it is. It's just 10 times more. All right, Magician's Red. Magician's Red, S+. I think that's definitely one of the coolest stands ever. I'm sad we didn't get more of Magician's Red towards the end. I'm sad that he kind of went out that way, but like he had some really, really fucking sick moves and stuff like that. I just wish we got to see more of the pyro moves, to be honest. Like Crossfire Hurricane, fucking sick. What else did he have? Red Bind, and then we had Life Detector, right? A little bit sad that Life Detector wasn't able to detect Vanilla Ice, but then again, it's understandable. He's coming from the void, right? There's nothing he can do. All right, this is the Sif, I think. This is Sif, yeah. This is Siphon. I don't know where to put him. The stand is so insane that you can turn anyone immediately into a child if they're in there for a few seconds. Oh, into a fetus. They're probably dead if it's more than a few seconds, right? I would say I'll put him at high A though. Like definitely a highly valued stand that I would want. I just felt like the guy went about it the wrong way, like going for a frontal attack. He definitely could have done a more sneak attack, I would say, and then both Jotaro and Polnareff would have been cooked as like fetuses, right? 100%. Silver Chariot. S+ for me. That shit was goated. I love good sword users. especially like a fencing style one with like a rapier, right? Like rapier is definitely an interesting one. But chariot, the only thing I didn't really understand was the armor stuff, right? Like I thought the armor stuff was like an actual armor that kind of protected his stance. So I felt like he could take it off to, increase his speed and stuff like that. But a lot of the times, no, he couldn't. He still took damage even when Chariot got hit on the armor. So that kind of was one part I didn't really get too much. Okay, Star Platinum, fuck, bro. This shit was kind of goated. I did like Star Platinum, and like at first I wasn't too sure, but then like the stuff with the precision, the insane eyesight and stuff like that, and the power, like holy shit, this shit was Chad, bro. And we just go order on everything. That shit was sick, 100%. All right, strength. Where would I put strength? I didn't like strength that much. I think I put it at C. I think it was a cool stand. The concept's cool, but what we were shown, I didn't like it too much. Let's do the word last. All right. What do you call Oingo Boingo's comic thing? Like, what do you call it? Is it just like, wait, what was their stand title now? Now I actually kind of forgot what their stand title was. Was it Tenor Sets? No, Tenor Sets is like the illusion one. That's not even here? Oh, that's not even here. Surprised. Okay. Overall, I would say I'll put comic 1. Very underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, I know you have to follow exactly what it says in order for it to work, but I'll put it at C. It was a bit underwhelming for me, to be honest. Very underwhelming. All right, we have the Tower of Grey. Dude, the Tower of Grey was crazy. I did like it. The fact that it was a tongue-eating or tongue-ripping eating beetle, that shit was kind of crazy, no? The fact that he just ripped everyone's tongue, even the innocent civilians, that shit was cool. I did like it. All right, we have Wheel of Fortune. Where would I put Wheel of Fortune? The one that customizes car. I think I'll put it at C. I feel like there could have been more done to it. I think it was a good episode though, but I did like the fact that it could customize. I might put it up to B actually. Yeah, I did like the fact that it could customize any ride though, like any car vehicle, I guess. And then he could use any features like the blinkers and stuff like that, the fluid. That shit was crazy though, what he could do with that. All right, the world. Where would I put the world, bro? I think I would put it, yeah, second. I mean, there's no questions asked. Time-stopping abilities, similar to Star Platinum, right? Like both similar types. The aura coming from it, that shit was pretty cool. It looks bulky as shit. I do like both of them. They definitely look cool. Actually, the only reason why this is ahead of Silver's Chariot is only because of the time-stopping abilities. If it didn't have the time-stopping abilities, I would say Silver Chariot would be here. But just because it's got the time-stopping abilities, I'm putting it ahead. All right, overall, I think this would be my 2 list, okay, for my, I guess, stand and also characters. So, yeah, just let me know down below in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, comment down below your top 3, I guess, characters this season, and also your top 3 stands this season. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Laters.